What's up, guys? Welcome to King of the Course. New episode here dropping this week. Just want to give a shout out to Raken's Corner. Get started out. We got a lot of things to talk about. And first of all, go check out the merch. Go check out everything they got going on out there. A lot of cool videos coming out. A lot of podcasts. A lot of live stream baseball games going on. Right, getting into the good weather for high school baseball, and things are getting good. So go check all that out and getting exciting. So they got a lot of stuff coming up. Today it's just me again today, so Adam's he's not gonna be able to make it today. So today we're just gonna cover a little bit of PGA Tour, some NBA stuff, and a little bit on how my season wrapped up this past week. So let's jump right into it. On the PGA Tour this week, they're playing at the Att Byron Nelson, which is in Texas, and pretty windy course, pretty tough conditions usually. Players usually struggle out there, so it's a little bit different, but they got the PGA Championship next week, and so far Tiger's in the field, so that's gonna be pretty exciting. I know everyone's excited to see that. Southern Hills Golf Course is supposed to be really pure, so that's gonna be pretty exciting to see how all that works. But for this week, we got Scottie Scheffler ranked as number one coming into the week. He's got a pretty good resume so far this year, so there's no reason that he shouldn't be number one in the field. He He's four of his last six individual champions, and he's just been playing so well lately. Winning four of the last six, you can't on the PGA Tour. That's really impressive. There's no doubt about it. Saw a stat that said Tiger was like 30% for his career, and Scottie Scheffler's 20% for this whole season on wins. So that's just something about how good Tiger was. It's really crazy. Second in the ranking is JT Justin Thomas. So he's been pretty good this whole year, but he's winless since the Players, which was 14 months ago. So he if he can get the putter rolling, I think that's been the problem this year. So it hasn't been that great, but I think that if he can get the putter rolling, there'll be something different. I know he's been doing a lot of work off the course. I've been seeing some social media stuff, and he's actually been getting kind of big in the gym. So that's been pretty impressive what he's been doing, putting in a lot of work. So gotta gotta give it to him. Not giving up. Third is Will Zalatoris, who kind of got his name from the Masters last year when he came in second, almost won off the Corn Ferry Tour. Something you don't see a lot. So that guy's really made a name for himself. He went to Wake Forest, about an hour away from here. So pretty cool that kind of have a connection to that. But he's 19th in the FedEx Cup right now. He's the highest ranked non-winner this season, and he lives in Dallas as well. So he's got a he's got a pretty good resume going into this, and no reason that he shouldn't know the course pretty well and be able to play out there pretty well. He uh, he had a T17 there last year, so if he can get that putter rolling, like I said, that's been his problem. I mean, I've seen a couple videos of him missing 3-footers, or it just wasn't even close. So I think it's all confidence for him. And finally, Jordan Spieth, number four, and this is my pick for the week. He always seems to play well out here. Just kind of knows the course, knows how to play in Texas. Grew up there, so if he can bring it out. I mean, he hasn't played since he came out to Harbor Town and got that win 4 weeks ago. So if he can get a win there, that'd be big going to the PGA Championship. Get him some confidence, and he led the field in par four scoring last tournament he played in at Harbor Town. So that's a big key to this. If he can do it again, he should be uh, he should be right in the mix. I don't see why not. So that's my pick for the week. We'll jump over to NBA. So last night the Celtics ended up beating the Bucks 116-108. Pretty good win. It was close until the last about 4 minutes, and Al Horford just kind of went off, hit a couple big buckets down the stretch, and took it deep. So that's going to be a good series. I got a feeling about. It's tied up 2-2 right now, so I'd pay attention to that. If you're asking me, I'm putting money on the Celtics, but I don't know. Bucks are hard to beat. especially with Giannis. So it's just it's a really talented game right there. A lot of good players, but I think it's hard to beat the Celtics way they're playing. They got a lot of momentum going. So Celtics won. Also, the Warriors won, taking the series to 3-1. So that's pretty big as well. They won 101-98 over the Grizzlies. John Morant's injured, so that does not help the Grizzlies. Actually, only losing by 3 without Ja is pretty impressive. They probably would have been winning, if not really close, if he had been there. So I think if they can get him healthy for the next game, I mean, they're down 3-1, but they might be able to make it a good series at least. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully they can make something happen and make a run at it right now. We'll see what happens, but you never know with basketball. It can switch like that. But the Warriors really were struggling early last night. Klay Thompson was 3 for 12 to starting the game. He was just not looking good. The whole team wasn't making really anything. They were actually losing in the first half. So if they keep shooting like that, it's gonna be a struggle for them to get through to the championship. So I think they got to start shooting better, but that's usually not a problem for them. They probably just had an off night, so they should turn it around. But yeah, to kind of switch topics, going to my season, we had our regional championship, as I mentioned last week, in Valdosta, Georgia, where we shot a couple over. I think we were 9 over as a team for 3 days. Really tough course, 7,400 yards, and it was just playing really long, and we got a lot of wind and rained on. We teed off in the afternoon the last day, and it was just really windy, and we got pretty unlucky with the tee times. So hopefully, and we ended up missing it by 5 shots for the national championship. But NCAA was not running it very well. They made us play a one hole in the rain after we'd been sitting in for 4 hours, and we didn't get to warm up. And then they brought us back off the course after we played that one hole. And then they also told one guy that he qualified, sent him home as an individual, told him he could go home. Then 40 minutes after he had been driving home, told him actually he's tied with someone who's going to be at a playoff. Had to turn around, ended up missing it. And so, yeah, I think the NCAA needs to work on some stuff like that. But all in all, a good tournament. I myself shot 77, 69, 74. Came in T47 out of 112. So not the best week, but not my worst week either. A lot of stuff to work on, but it was a good season. First time in 10 years that we had made it to the regional championship as a team, and a lot of positives to work on. So I'm looking forward to getting back to it next year. It was pretty fun season. A lot of good teammates. Gonna miss it for the summer, but about to get to work and see what happens. So we'll come back next week and we'll cover some new topics. See if my pick's right. Jordan Spieth, don't forget it for the Byron Nelson, and we'll get Adam back on here. He's got a couple things he's been working on to make the podcast a little bit better. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And check out Regan's Corner. Hit the like button below. Follow us. Subscribe. Do whatever you want, and just message us if you have any questions about anything you want to get on the pod. Maybe just let us know. And